Okay. What's going on, guys? It's your boy, J-Dog. UFC Freedom 250, the White House card is this Sunday. Time's finally here. This is a very sick event. Sick, once in a lifetime opportunity, you know. I'm obviously Canadian. I'm rocking the UFC Vancouver. I'm Canadian, but yeah, man, this is gonna be a sick card though. A sick thing for the Americans that it's here at the White House. And this might be a long video because I might yap a little more than usual. We'll see. But yeah, man, let's just get into these predictions. I'll be honest. I'm not going. I'm not going. How many fights are on the card? 2, 4, 6, 7. I'm not going 7 for 7 on this card. Okay, I know that. Okay, I know I'm not going 7 for 7 on this card, but these are gonna because I'm gonna make some risky predictions here. All right, and you'll know when. All right. But let's just start off with the first fight of the night, and it's crazy. This is the first fight of the night, compared to what should be first fight of the night. But makes sense why it's first fight of the night because it's a banger. Diego Lopes versus Steve Garcia. Banger opener fight. Steve Garcia's on a little run right now, but I'm gonna go with Diego Lopes, man. Okay. Strike me down the day I'd pick against Diego Lopes, bro. I'm genuinely don't think I'm ever going to pick against Diego Lopes. This guy's genuinely... How many times have I just said genuine? This guy's sick fighter, sick skill set. Obviously, not the best in the world because he lost to Volk twice. But, he's such a sick fighter. He has great... just great hands, bruh. His striking's crazy, and he does have grappling and wrestling in there as well. Steve Garcia, I feel like, yeah, he has a lot of good first round knockouts. Like, he has a bunch of good first round finishes and big knockouts. Obviously, Calvin Kattar went the distance with him. Kind of surprising he went the distance when Steve Garcia was on that run, but Diego Lopes is coming off a loss to Volk. And Steve Garcia is coming off a win off David Onama. And David Onama is, in my head right now, one of the worst former ranked featherweights in the world. That guy is absolutely bum, absolutely sucks. And yeah, I felt like Steve Garcia should have beat him. But yeah, I feel like Onama sucks. So I don't feel it's super impressive Garcia won that. Because I thought he was going to win it. I think Diego Lopes is going to find a finish here. I think Garcia is going to be landing some shots, but, you know, Lopes is such a blockhead. He's going to eat those shots, keep coming forward, and I see him TKOing Steve Garcia. I think he might incorporate his grappling and wrestling here and there till it comes to the time in round 2. I think it's going to be a round 2 TKO where Lopes catches the Garcia and he kind of goes down and covers up, kind of surviving, and then just covers up fully for too long, and Lopes gets the TKO. Yeah, I don't think America's winning this first one, bruh. So Lopes gonna get out there and go and get that TKO, bruh. I love Diego Lopes, man. Bo Nicholas versus Kyle Daukaus. This is a fight where Bo Nickal should be set up to get a win on American soil, as he thinks he's like Trump's favorite fighter or something. This is honestly a close fight. Bo Nickal obviously losing to Reynard Ritter, but coming back and beating Rodolfo Vieira, where that's a decent win, but the fact what's his name? Who would... Eric McConaughey. The fact Eric McConaughey just came and dominated Rodolfo Vieira, being a 3 times underdog. Yeah. So that win's not that great or impressive. It's just like most people can beat Rodolfo Vieira. Obviously beat Paul Craig before that. Not impressive. Lost to RDR. Beat Cody Brundage. Like, bro, like, genuinely this guy literally saw 0 good wins. And his only good win to Reynard Ritter is a lot. His only like good win would have been to Reinier de Ridder, which he lost, and Reinier de Ridder's now on a 2-fight lose streak. So, yeah, not a good win. Kyle Daukaus comes in on short notice and knocks out Nickal Pereira in like a minute and a half. Very impressive. And then you obviously beat GM3. Not like a great win because it's GM3. But GM3 had a good scrap with Jacob Malkoum where he could have won that fight. So maybe it's not as bad as a win because he literally looked good in his last fight. Where Rodolfo Vieira did not look good in his last fight, I feel like. But Kyle Daukaus, the surprising thing in that GM3 fight is the fact he submitted him. Because normally I feel like people would just go ahead for the TKO. And I feel like Kyle Daukaus could have got the TKO if he kept hammer fisting or something, but I was surprised he actually went for the sub and got the sub. Because Gerald's really good on the ground. Even though Gerald was hurt, I felt like he would have defended way better, but yeah, he beat him there, so. I'm low-key, this is one of my underdog picks. I'm picking Kyle Daukaus, man. I'm going to pick Kyle Daukaus to win this fight. Probably by decision, honestly. It's only obviously a 3-round fight, so I'm going to see Kyle Daukaus get a decision here. I think he's going to be able to beat Bo up on the feet, honestly. Better on the feet. I feel like Bo will get some takedowns or get some control time, but I feel like when it comes down to the decision, Kyle Daukaus' time on the feet will outdo Bo Nickal's time he gets takedowns or holds him down and stuff. So I'm going to go with Daukaus on this one as the underdog, man. Okay. Mauricio Ruffy versus Michael Chandler. I'll see you at the top! Guys, walk with me. I know this is a risky pick. I understand that in my head, Michael Chandler is a risky pick, okay? And I know Mauricio Ruffy has insane striking. I was very surprised. I picked Fiziev to beat him, and I was very surprised Ruffy knocked him out like that. Like, if it went to a decision, it would have been like, okay, fair enough. I was very surprised Ruffy knocked out Fiziev. I feel like Michael Chandler has a good shot in this fight. I know this is a crazy comparison, but I see Michael Chandler as like a little bit of a worse BSD. I could honestly see Michael Chandler's a little marauder. I could see him marauding in, swinging his big shots, missing, but also connecting some on Ruffy. And Ruffy is slick, you know. I know Ruffy's slick. He's gonna be able to dodge some of those and stuff like that. I get that, right? But I feel like Chandler's just gonna maraud him. I feel like he's gonna get countered by shots pretty bad by Ruffy and get hurt. But I feel like Michael Chandler's wrestling. I feel like he's gonna be able to take Ruffy down, and I don't know if he's gonna get the submission. Can Mauricio Ruffy find the knockout in 15 minutes if it goes to a decision? Probably, honestly. Damn, bro, what the piss? It's just such an easy pick to pick Mauricio Ruffy, man. But I genuinely do think Michael Chandler has a good chance. And yes, in 15 minutes, I think Ruffy will probably find a good shot to rock Michael Chandler. But I am still going to go with Michael Chandler because I feel like his marauding and his wrestling, if he incorporates, dude, I know Michael Chandler's going to stand on the feet and he's going to get knocked out in like the 3rd round and not shoot a single takedown. If this guy incorporates the takedowns and stuff, I think Michael Chandler can win this fight. I'm going to be straight up. I know that's a crazy pick. I know I'm probably straight up brain dead retarded for thinking Michael Chandler has a chance. But don't hate on me yet. Hate on me after the fight happens and Ruffy sparks Chandler out in the 1st round. Or give me my flowers because I was right. Chandler crafted it up, man. So don't hate on me yet, alright? You can't hate on my picks until we see the result of the fight and how easy or tough it was. Because if it was a tough fight for Ruffy, if it was like a split decision, man, it's not a bad pick, you know? But if he sparks me in the first round, I'm an absolute clown. I know that. Yeah, I think this is closer than everyone just going Mauricio Ruffy knocks him out next, right? I think Chandler's got a good chance, and honestly, a Michael Chandler post-fight speech would absolutely hit on the White House lawn. That would be a crazy post-fight speech, but yeah, I'm low-key gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Chandler by TKO, maybe. Oh man, I don't know if he finds the submission now. Dude, I keep doubting myself. Now I'm like, I don't know if he gets the submission. I'm like, maybe he'll like hold him down and TKO him. Okay, I'm not picking specifics. I'm going with Michael Chandler, man. Josh Hokit versus Derrick Lewis. I really, really want to pick Derrick Lewis, and here's why. He said he put too much weight on fast for that Waldo fight, hence why he looks so bad. He just said there was some things wrong, obviously, going into that Waldo fight, and that's why he looked so bad. And he did look really bad, okay? And so I low-key have a little hope in Derrick Lewis. The only thing I feel like stopping me from picking Derrick Lewis is I know he has the most knockouts, but Blades landed clean shots on Hokit. And Hokit kept coming forward for all 3 rounds. He got hurt. Not hurt. He got hit with some heavy shots that should hurt. And he just kept coming. So I'm very surprised with Josh Hokit's chin. And so I'm going to go with Josh Hokit. Probably by TKO. Maybe late round 2, close to round 3. But, yeah, I feel like Derrick Lewis will land clean shots on Hokit. But Hokit, with what I've seen in his Blades fights, he's going to be able to eat those shots. And I know maybe Blades and Lewis don't got the same type of power, but it's still a heavy shot Blades hit him with. Lewis might be a bit heavier, but Hokit, I feel like, is going to be able to withstand it. Keep coming forward. And I think he's going to eventually break down Derrick Lewis in the later rounds. So I'm going to go with Josh Hokit by TKO. As I said, I'm not going to get 7-7 on this card. If I hit 7-7 out of this card, that's going to be absolutely a masterclass. But I'm not going to hit 7 out of 7 on this one. So, like, I know I'm probably going to get the Chandler pick wrong. Or not probably. I know there's a good chance I get the Chandler pick wrong. But I know there's a chance also Derrick Lewis can ruin this pick for me. But I think Hokit's going to be able to get it done on this one. Now we get to the top 3 fights already. Sean O'Malley versus Aiemann Zahabi. I'm going with Aiemann Zahabi, man. I'm honestly no troll. I'm not switching up mid-prediction. I'm going with Aiemann Zahabi. The reason why I'm going with Aiemann Zahabi. Now, as I said, I am Canadian, and I'm not picking Aiemann Zahabi just because he's Canadian. But I will, even if I pick Sean O'Malley, man, I'm still rooting for Aiemann Zahabi to win this one as the Canadian on the card, all right? But I genuinely do think Aiemann Zahabi can win a 3-round decision here. I genuinely do believe that. And the reason that makes me believe that is that Sean lost 2 in a row, obviously, to Merab. And then he had that fight with Song. And let me be honest, that was a really bad performance by Sean. I felt like Song could have won that fight, like, in certain people's eyes. But I thought Sean did win that fight, but I thought it was very, very close, and I could have saw it going to Song. And so I'm very not impressed with Sean O'Malley's last fight. Seems very timid in there, and it seemed like Song was hurting him at times, and Sean was like scared to engage because he was scared he was gonna get hurt. And so I feel like if that's what I'm basing this off of, Sean might come out and look like, I don't know, he's fighting an unranked bum here. and just absolutely style on him. But based off his last fight of how he looked, it wasn't a good. I don't think it was a great performance, and I thought it was a very close fight against Song. And going to Aiemann Zahabi, why I think he's gonna win. He's on a great streak right now. I know we all had our moment where we hated him for the Aldo win, not robbing, but having that close fight with Aldo and beating Aldo. I personally have a little hate for him because he beat my boy Cheeto in Vancouver. Literally the one I saw, he beat my boy Cheeto, and so that really hurt me too. Who did he beat just before that? Aldo. Who did he beat just? Was that what's his name? Basharat, right? Before the Aldo one. No, Munoz. He beat Pedro Munoz, and then Basharat. So, yeah, man, like this is a good win. Took his undefeated record, and then beat Munoz. But yeah, I think Aiemann has decent striking. I think Sean obviously has the better striking, but I don't know if he's gonna show that. I don't know if he's gonna be out there styling. I think he might be a bit timid and not want to throw and be scared of getting hit, or maybe not scared of getting hit because Aiemann probably doesn't pack a lot of punch power, but maybe scared of getting taken down by Aiemann Zahabi if Zahabi wants to incorporate wrestling, because I think he's a pretty decent wrestler or have some good ground game, I'm pretty sure. And so another one that it's very close. I think this one's more 50-50 than people think. But I'm going to go with Aiemann Zahabi to win this one by decision. Probably a 29-28. Sean probably wins a round in there. But I think Aiemann just edges out these rounds. And I feel like this is such a dumb pick because if it's close, they're going to give it to O'Malley. In America on the White House, give it to the American. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to go with Aiemann Zahabi. That is my third riskiest pick. So my top three riskiest picks, honestly, is not risky, but my underdog picks is like Kyle Daukaus, Chandler, and Aiemann Zahabi. Let's move on. Co-main event: Alex Pereira versus Ciryl Gane. I am going to be going with Alex Pereira. I think Alex Pereira is going to beat Ciryl Gane and win the interim heavyweight title. And then he's going to fight Aspinall. And I don't know. I feel like I might pick him against Aspinall, but I don't know right now at this second. But I am going to pick him to beat Ciryl Gane. I know Ciryl Gane's a natural heavyweight, but Alex Pereira is coming up. Yeah. He's been bulking up, and he's going to have lighter man skill. So he's going to be, I think, a bit faster. Or at least I think he's going to be able... Like, I think Ciryl Gane's a pretty fast guy as well. Like, has fast hands. So I think even if he's not faster, I think he's going to be able to match Ciryl Gane's speed. But I feel like Alex Perez got heavier hands. I think he's going to connect something on Gane and hurt Gane, and I could see Gane just getting hit with a nice shot and like trying to clinch, but Alex is going to break from the clinch and maybe Gane falls to the ground and Alex just lands some following ground and pound on Ciryl Gane, and I think he's gonna get Ciryl Gane out of there early. I think like in the first or second round, honestly, and that would be a huge statement win if Alex Pereira stops Ciryl Gane in the first or second round at heavyweight. That's absolutely insane, like genuinely insane. I think Alex Pereira is already one of the greatest UFC fighters on the entire roster ever, for what he's done and who he's beat. But I think, yeah, I honestly do think that. I think Alex Pereira goes in there, and that's crazy. I didn't know Ciryl Gane only has 13 wins and 2 losses, and Alex has 13 wins and 3 losses. So I thought Ciryl Gane was more experienced, but it's going to be way closer. Wow. That's insane. But I'm going to go with Alex Pereira to catch Ciryl Gane early, first or second round, and get him out of there. That might not happen. Ciryl Gane might dance on the outside a little bit like he was with Aspinall. I feel like he was running around the cage a little bit, but it is what it is. I'm going with Alex Pereira by TKO or maybe knockout. I don't know. I think he's going to clip him and then throw a couple extra stuff behind it there. So I'm going to go with Alex Pereira. And in the main event, I'm going to go with Ilia Topuria by round 1 KO. Yeah, so I appreciate you guys watching the video. No, I'm kidding. Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje. I'm gonna go with Ilia Topuria. I know Gaethje very did surprise me in that Paddy fight, but Paddy is not Ilia Topuria. That's the difference. Yeah, he had a big upset against Paddy, but Paddy Pimblett didn't shoot takedowns and struck. And if Ilia Topuria doesn't shoot takedowns and strikes, he's gonna catch Gaethje and knock him out. The fact Oliveira, the wrestler, can crack Gaethje and knock him down. The fact Max Holloway, a 145er, moves up and not only dominates Gaethje but cracks him and knocks him out cold as well. Ilia Topuria is doing that, dude. Ilia Topuria is gonna do that. He's gonna find a time to catch Justin. I'll be honest. Maybe like second or third round, he gets it done. I know first round probably sounds juicy, but honestly, I could see maybe a second or third round, maybe second round, just to give Gaethje a little bit of grace in there. We'll see, but I think this is just one-way traffic for Ilia Topuria. I know the Paddy upset was insane, but this would be generational upset. But Justin Gaethje, he's not gonna get it done, man. I'm sorry. He's just so wild and goofy that Ilia's gonna be way more calm and composed. He's gonna be able to eat those shots, and he's just gonna be able to get Gaethje out of there. I feel bad because this is Gaethje's last shot at the title. He said, because I don't know. He might honestly retire after this because he's not gonna get another shot at the title. He's got to work his way back up with like 2 to 3 wins. He's already 37 or 38, I think, or something. So I think Gaethje's cooked in this title fight. I hate to be that guy who just not even just follow. Like, you could try to be different and say Gaethje wins this maybe, but I just generally don't see how Gaethje does. So I'm gonna go with Ilia Topuria to win this one. By like a round 2 knockout, honestly. Maybe first round, we'll see. Super sick card. Overall, I only got two Americans winning at the White House. Kind of crazy the American belt is like there, but like regardless who wins this, they're not American, and I think Gaethje has a really low chance of winning, and so it's like no American might hold the belt there. But picks for the card, I'm going to go Diego Lopes by like a round, I think 2 I said, round 2 knockout or TKO at some point. I'm going to go with Daukaus by decision. I'm going to go with Michael Chandler. I don't have a specific way yet. I'm going to go with Michael Chandler. I'm going to go with Josh Hokit by like a late round 2, close to round 3 TKO. I'm going to go with Aiemann Zahabi, a Canadian brother, by decision. To beat Sean O'Malley by decision. I'm going to go with Alex Pereira by like a round 1 or 2 TKO. And then I'm going to go with Ilia Topuria by a round 2 KO. Like, I think he puts Gaethje out cold flat. So, those are the picks. Honestly, this was not even that long of a card. I guess it's like a long of a video because I guess there's only 7 fights on the card. But I felt like I spent time talking about Chandler trying to explain myself so that I don't get clowned. But, yeah, super sick event happening on a Sunday. Very interesting. My Saturday's going to be a bit more free. There's Misfits boxing on. I'll be watching that. But otherwise, my Sunday night's going to be pretty free. No UFC on Saturday. But then Saturday's going to be pretty free. And then Sunday, I got this at night. So it's going to be a little different, little change. It might be like Sunday night and I'm like, okay, we're watching UFC. And then it's like, oh, wait, I literally have work tomorrow. It's not Sunday. But, yeah, man. Those are the picks. This is the card. I'll do a scale of 1 to 5 on confidence. I'm like a 4.5, 4.9 confident Ilia. I'm like a 4% confident, 4 out of 5% confident Pereira wins. I'm honestly like a 2.5 out of 5 on Aiemann Zahabi winning. I'm like a 4 out of 5 on Hokit winning. I'm honestly like, I know I picked Chandler, but I'm like a 1.5 confident out of 5 that Chandler wins. Daukaus, I'm like a low-key like a 3.5 out of 5 that Daukaus actually wins. And with Lopes, I'm like a 4.5 out of 5 that Lopes wins. So pretty confident, mediocre confident, low confident, medium confidence, mid confidence, high confidence, and super high confidence on this one. So those are the picks. That's the card. I'm still yapping. My bad. I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I'm gonna be dropping a recap on this, and we'll see. We'll see how I do, man. If I go 7-7 on this card, I will give $100 to someone in the comments. If I go 7-7 on this card, because that'll be generational. That's that. I think my Misfits prediction video is dropping tomorrow on Wednesday, because this is out on Tuesday. So my Misfits prediction should be out on Wednesday. And then, recaps coming the week after on probably both those events. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I will see you guys in the next video. Deuces.